This Seattle Mariners team has officially become almost impossible to keep watching. That's how bad this loss was. That's how bad this offense is. And yesterday, once again, is some of the most uncompetitive, terrible at bats in big situations I've seen all year. We're going to break down each one of them and we're going to talk about the things I would like to see the Mariners do in the future. And we're going to talk about the roster changes that I think they are well on their way to making here. This is a Game Face Sports breakdown. Let's get straight into it. So we're going to focus on the at-bats. And these are all with runners on base and scoring position with either chances to tie or to win the game. It's 4-4, bottom of the seventh. There is nobody out. Mitch Garver comes up to the plate, two guys on base, and he's going to, again, and this is one of those things where it's like you have no excuse to be not aggressive. You should be looking for something to drive here. You should be looking for your pitch, foaming at the mouth, ready to just do damage. Just get the hit that the Mariners need to put this team away. And Mitch Garver is going to watch 87 in the middle of the plate, doesn't swing at it. Pitcher probably has some confidence. He's like, oh, you didn't like that? I'm going to throw it again. Throws the same pitch, 87, middle of the plate, and he's going to pop that up. It's a foul out to third base. So there's one out. Runner's still on first and second. Now we got Cal coming up to the plate. Middle fastball. Middle fastball with a 1-1 count. Again, two guys on base, and it's a lazy, weak fly ball to right field. Scores nobody. Look at this location. Should be looking for something good to hit. Middle. That's what you get. Like that location. It's so hard to watch this baseball team. That's like where you would tee it up in T-ball. Okay, lazy fly ball, that's an out. And again, this is all the same inning. Here we go with Luke Raley, still guys on first and second, and he's going to swing off the plate and miss at that one, and he's going to do it again, swing off the plate, strike three, inning over. Now we're in the bottom of the eighth inning, and I'm skipping to this last at-bat with JP Crawford with two outs because the bases got loaded, all three of them, not by way of hits. Either hit by pitch or a walk. That's how they got on base. So they did that three times. We got two guys out. JP Crawford's going to come up again, chance to tie or win the game, and he's going to hit a ground ball. It is a tough play to make. Second baseman makes a great play. He's out. That leaves the bases loaded to tie or win the game again. So now let's go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Still tied. Score is 4-4. We have a 1-1 count. Cal Raleigh hits a base hit. He's on first base. He is the winning run. And Luke Raley's going to drive this thing. Outside pitch, perfectly executed into the gap. And it hops over the fence. Oh! And this is just purely unlucky. Game should be over. Cal absolutely scores on this if this does not bounce over the wall. 100%. You're scoring from first on this, and it just happens to bounce over. Just over the wall. Cal is basically rounding third at that point. 100% this game should have ended on that. But on the same token, that's baseball. You did your job. Sometimes, even when you hit it perfectly, it doesn't go your way. And also, it's not like they didn't have many other opportunities to win this game with a big hit. And Luke Raley has been one of the only guys that has done any of that this year. So as frustrating as that is, we can't put it all on this. You left like 14 guys on base in the last three innings. You had opportunities. So now let's go to probably the worst at bat, maybe of Ty France's career, certainly of this season. So bottom of the ninth, you got runners on second and third still have a great chance to score the guy. You really just got to get the ball in the outfield here. And you're going to score and win this game, and it's over. And Ty France, once again, it's like, what is the mentality here with these guys? Going to get a first pitch, basically in the middle of the plate, not swing at it. 89 miles an hour. I think that's a slider. I don't know what that is. But what are we looking for here? Like, if we're not, there's no way you're stepping into the box and being like, I'm taking first pitch no matter what. Right? That can't possibly be what you're doing. And if that's not what you're doing and you are looking to hit, how is that not something you're swinging at? Okay. So strike one, the game's not on the line or anything. Don't get aggressive here. He's going to do a little half choppy cut up in the zone, foul that one off. Now we're down 0-2. And then he does the same shit again, and they call it a strike. They say he went around. This one, especially after, oh my God, dude. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's like these guys step into the box and then they're just something happens in their head where they just totally change. And people will get into the later of the roster moves. Ty Francis is a terrible at bat. I'm okay with them moving on from him. But what's crazy about how bad this was, at least Ty Francis had like a moment this year. I think he had like a 3-week or even a month stretch where he was the best offensive player on the team for a pretty big stretch of time. He was awesome before he got injured. And now he looks like this. So I don't know what is going on with him. So he's out. Now we got 2 outs, still runners on second and third, by the way. You can still win this game. You just need a hit. And the easy guaranteed out comes up to the plate, and he's going to just, again, lazy foul out to third baseman. How many times are we going to do this in this game? So now we're in extra innings. Blue Jays score 1 run in extras. They score the guy from second on a base hit. It is a 5-4 game. Cal Raleigh comes up to the plate. This is with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Once again, you got fast runners on second and third base right now, too, by the way. And here's the first pitch. Cal looks like he was swinging all the way on this, no matter what it was. I can live with that, even though it was tough to see. You're down 0-1 because of that. At least he's being aggressive. I'd rather somebody do that and just commit to swinging than not swinging at all and just watching a pitch go by. So even though that sucked, I'm happy he swung. And then he's going to get another pitch in the middle of the plate, 96 miles an hour. He does hit this pretty well, goes out to the warning track in center field, and that's ball game. You left 14 guys on base for a chance to win the game in the last like 5 innings. And this offense is officially, by just about every metric now, the worst in baseball. You're the worst at strikeouts. You have the lowest batting average. Every single qualified hitter in the lineup has an OPS below 700. So now let's talk roster moves. Who's safe? Who's not? Who deserves to absolutely immediately be off this team? Here we go. Cal. Although it's frustrating to watch him strike out all the time, although it's frustrating that he's not consistent with his batting average and his OPS, just like everyone else, is below 700. He's a great catcher. And if there's anybody that's allowed to be a home run, strikeout, or walk guy, it's the catcher. So hold on to Cal. He deserves to stay on the roster. Mitch Garver. Again, it's been incredibly frustrating at moments in the season, but at least we have seen instances, only instances, where he has looked like a decent offensive player. He's hit some big home runs. Mitch Garver, I think, deserves a roster spot. I'd probably keep him. Unfortunately, not happy about it, but he deserves more chances. Luke Raley, nothing to talk about. Keep him on the team. Ty France. And this is a hot take. I know. Ty France, I wouldn't be upset if they moved him. I would not be upset if they sent him down and brought up Locklear and just fully did Locklear everyday first base. Ty France, you're in AAA, you're done. Or trade him or something else. But honestly, if there was anybody that I would want to give more chances to, I know it's frustrating because he doesn't provide anything else. I think I would keep Ty France on the roster and give him a little bit more time. Only because even though he's been absolutely god-awful lately, he has at some point this year been the best hitter on the team. He had like a solid stretch of time where he was awesome. I would keep him, but I totally understand if Ty France gets replaced with Locklear. Mitch Haniger, get him off the team. The only thing that is valuable Mitch Haniger right now on the field is if you have a home game where he can DH only, and that's about it. And honestly, most of the time, he's not even that great at that. He is a liability everywhere else. He's a liability on the base paths. He's a liability defensively. And on the road and against most pitching, he's a liability there too. Mitch Haniger should not have a roster spot. Get him off the team. Dylan Moore Had a stretch where he was awesome. He's a great utility guy. He could play a lot of positions. Keep him. Nothing to talk about there. Julio. Here's the thing with Julio. You kind of can't get rid of him. He's got too much of an upside. That's the thing with Julio is even though he has been god awful, he always has like this potential to come back at any moment and go on a run. And I know we've been saying this all year and be the best player and be a borderline MVP candidate at any moment. You literally have no choice for at least the rest of this season to keep giving Julio chances. You just have to. There's no way around it. You could look into trading him, I guess, but it better be a damn good package just because of the upside. Keep in mind, everyone else that I am going to mention here that should not have a roster spot does not have the upside anywhere close of Julio. So Julio, you're keeping. Even when he's not hitting, at least he provides you great defense. Canzone, I wish he was off this team. I don't know if they can. I think they should drop him down and bring up somebody like a Cade Marlowe or maybe a Jonathan Clase. I don't know. Canzone, I think, is actually a pretty terrible baseball player right now. He does play some good defense, though. That's about it. So he's not a liability there. But I would probably send him down and give someone else a chance. JP Crawford, I so wish that he was not good at shortstop because he is awful offensively. And he basically always has been other than like 1 year. He's had one good year offensively. Every other year, he's been terrible. And the fact that he's like the leadoff guy and he's going to start every inning and get the most at bats bothers me. He's not a good hitter. He's never been a good hitter. He's only good at defense. Get that he's a locker room guy and a captain. It's just, I wish they can move off of him, but I understand why they can't. I just wish he was not the guy. Jorge Polanco, there is absolutely nothing to talk about. There is no question. This guy should not have a spot on this roster. Should be gone yesterday. Better be gone today. I keep checking my Twitter feed and anything else I can find on information, just waiting for the Jorge Polanco's been DFA'd or the Jorge Polanco's just anything to get him off this team and stop taking at bats would be great. Josh Rojas has been like one of the only plus sides that have happened this year. He's great on defense and been one of the better hitters, which is still below average, but he's been one of the better ones. He deserves a spot. Ryan Bliss should be the everyday second baseman. Victor Robles, I think, has provided enough where you should be giving him more at-bats, put him out in the corner outfield positions, give him a chance. He's done enough to give you that. And then everyone else is just whether or not you want to call him up or not. If you watch to this point, let me know the moves you think the Mariners should make. And please consider subscribing. I'll be doing baseball breakdowns all through the season, even though this team drives me absolutely nuts. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys in my next video.